Hi everyone, Anthony Fantano here. One No-Thany Stash Tano here. One Comethany on Tano here. One Need-Thany Food Tano here. Folk-Thany Pop Tano here.
No, Anthony, no, don't do it. Don't pap and Miley. Don't pap and Miley, Anthony. You don't gotta do it. You don't gotta do it.
Just-Thany Stop Tano here. Thany Tano here. One Sweat-Thany Band Tano here. Call-Thany Me Tano here. One Char-Thany Lee Tano here. The internet's busiest music nerd. And it is time for a review of the new Charli XCX record, Charli. And look, I'm not going to argue that this is the most cutting edge thing that's happening in music across the board right now. That's not my argument. What I'm saying is I'm impressed with how well performed, well produced, sweet, catchy, and enjoyable this project is, while simultaneously, in a very creative way, working in some of those futuristic and forward-thinking elements to add a bit of edge, add a bit of flair. To me, that is what Charli does well here, so impeccably well. In fact, I would say she killed it. There were a few tracks that, yes, I think could have been better with some very small changes, but for the most part, I was very impressed with this, from front to back. Feeling a decent feel like this album is lyrically shallow, like when Charli is moaning over and over and over, how can I fix what I fucked up? Not exactly poetry, but there are some moments on this album where Charli does come off authentic because of these sort of conversational words that she works into her verses. I don't doubt that Charli feels sincerely about some of the things that she sings, raps, and says on this album, but very rarely do melody, production, lyrics, and structure actually come together into a great tune on this album. Really, I'm feeling a strong 3 to a light 4 on this thing.
I knew you were the angel, but God, what did I do? Do you remember what I said?
I gotta say, overall, I pretty much enjoyed this LP. I thought it was decent. Even though Miley is maybe doing a bit of stylistic cosplay here, I think she really brings back this sound with a lot of heart and a lot of passion. I think her and producers like Andrew Watt as well as Mark Ronson did a great job kind of pulling this thing together and capturing a vibe. Yeah, there were a couple of duds in the track list, and maybe some of the random country transitions didn't quite make sense for this particular LP, as much as we know Miley has a connection to that scene and that sound. But outside that, I can't really deny there were some good highlights on this LP, and in a way, I guess you could say it's my favorite Miley album. I'm feeling a strong 6 to a light 7 on this one. Transition.
The midnight sky is the road I'm taking. Head high up in the clouds. I was born to run, I don't belong to anyone. Oh no, don't need to be loved by you. Fire in my lungs, can't fight the devil on the tongue. Oh no, don't need to be loved by you.
Do It, which again had a tolerable instrumental. You know, I was thinking, hey, this isn't bad, it's okay, but then she's like, why they put the dick in the pussy?
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 Fuck you. It's just, fuck it, it's a strong one.
You're giving me a feeling in my head. Laying in my bed just thinking, not really.
But while I did like this LP, I weirdly also felt like this is one of his more anonymous projects thus far too. Meaning sometimes I feel like I was hearing his influences more than I was hearing him, but considering the concept of the record, I guess I sort of get it, because this record for Harry seems like it's sitting in a very comfortable place. He's not so much conceptualizing this record for the world as much as he is perceiving it as, this is something that I would just kind of vibe to or listen to. This is the exact kind of music I would desire if I were just at my house, in my place, in my comfort zone. This is what I would want to hear, so this is what I'm going to make, or better. Yeah, there are cuts on this thing that I think are duds, but some of my favorite tracks Harry's ever done so far land here too, so fair trade. I'm feeling a light to decent 6 on this one. This record really falls apart in the second half too. I don't know if there's anything else I can say about this record, honestly. I'm feeling a strong 4 to a light 5 on this thing. Producers definitely came through on here with some great instrumentals, and some of the tunes on this thing are decent, but Justin himself is one of the least interesting things about his own album. I'm feeling a strong 4 to a light 5 on this thing. Sure if I have much more to say about this thing. I just found it to be boring, uninspired, formulaic, occasionally half-hearted, and way behind the curve. Underwritten too. Performances, features, production, not really doing it any favors either. All of these things coalesce into a truly mind-numbing experience. Yeah, this new Justin Bieber record, it's not good.
Yeah, you got that yummy, yum, that yummy, yum, that yummy, yummy. Yeah, you got
sonically and musically speaking, from the standpoint of songwriting too, I think this record is a very faithful tribute to some of the classic sounds of dance pop, but they're revitalized a little bit in a tasteful way. I'm feeling a light 7 on this one.
on me.
I do like this album. If this is as art as pop gets, pop has a pretty dismal future, I would say. I'm feeling a strong 6 on this thing.
I'm not a wandering slave, I am a woman of choice.
Overall, I think this is a pretty good record. Taylor is definitely on an upward trend post Reputation. Lover did have some refreshing spots on it, and frankly, I think Folklore is even better. More consistent, better performances, storytelling, production overall. Yes, there are some duds and derivative moments too, but there's still plenty to enjoy on Folklore. Feeling a light 7 on this one. Transition. I'm not really surprised. Reputation is essentially a very inconsistent and surface-level pop record that focuses more on this pop star narrative than it does actual pop songs, which is kind of this album's fatal mistake, because at the end of the day, Taylor Swift's fame is not really that interesting. Hence, a lot of the drama that she's constantly on about on this record, it doesn't really come with much in the way of details. I'm feeling a strong 4 to a light 5 on this thing.
Is it cool that I said all that? Is it chill that you're in my head? 'Cause I know that it's dead naked. Yeah, is it cool that I said all that? Is it too soon to do this yet? 'Cause I know that it's dead naked.
On Divide, it's more like I'm listening to the musical equivalent to like one of those really bad, just girly things, image macros, or like a really crappy motivational poster that you've seen a million fucking times. I get and I see the appeal of this album, but it's just not for me. I'm feeling a light to decent 4 on this thing.
We could change this whole world with a piano, add a bass, some guitar, grab a beat, and away we go. I'm just a boy with a one-man show. No university, no degree, but Lord knows everybody's talking about exponential growth and the stock market crashing in their portfolios, while I'll be sitting here with a song that I wrote, saying love could change the world in a moment. But what do I know?
Realistically, this album is pretty cheap. It's pretty substanceless. It feels less like Ed is trying to feel his soul and more like he's trying to feel some green, and that's it. This Ed Sheeran album, it's not good.
'Cause I don't care when I'm with my baby, yeah. All the bad things disappear. You're making me feel like maybe I am somebody. I can deal with the bad nights when I'm with my baby.
I like this EP a little bit more than I did Emotion. You know, there weren't really any cuts on here that I super disliked, or any choruses or production tricks or moves that rubbed me the wrong way. And this EP doesn't really overstay its welcome or anything like that. You know, it's just kind of short, quick, and to the point. It doesn't really have anything to hide. It's just some good poppy ear candy that I enjoy, you know? The last hurrah for summer, if you will. The last pop hurrah for summer. I'm feeling a strong 7 to a light 8 on this thing.
I can feel you reaching through the cracks. A simple change of seasons and you're back. All the roses in the garden, they turn black.
I would say for the most part, Side B, Dedicated, it's pretty much in the same league as the original. I do respect how good this came out, despite it being a B-sides project, and also just how consistent creatively Carly has been over the years. Feeling a light 7 on this one. Tran.
So what? You're not in love. Don't go wasting your nights getting solo. So what? You're not in love. You shine bright by yourself dancing solo.
10 out of 10. Review it again. It's a 10 out of 10. Review it again. It's a 10 out of 10. Review it again.